Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Shit, James Degale comes back and gets his title, takes it up off Caleb Truax, man. Two judges had it 113, 114. One judge had it a weird 117, 111. All in favor of James Degale, and he gets his IBF crown back, man. Hats off to James Degale, digging very deep in this fight to dig out this win. Both men bloody, bruised, battered up after this fight tonight, man. It was a very good fight. Let me say at the top, man. If they come out for a third fight, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. I was entertained by tonight's fight, and I was entertained by their first fight, man. I'd be down to see it again, man. But James Degale, man, showing a lot more fireworks in this fight than he did in the first fight. Looking much more better of keeping Caleb Truax off him. Also doing a lot more better with his footworks by stepping forward in a lot of punches, I noticed. And he was, allowing Caleb Truax to smother a lot of the work that he was trying to do, man. I mean, Caleb Truax may beat himself up tonight about smothering his work, which, hey, if he want to do that, that's cool. But, James Degale should get a lot of credit, man. I noticed what he was doing, the little things he was doing by making Caleb Truax smother a lot of his punches, man. But, yeah, man, he was much more smarter in this fight. Though the headbutts did occur, both men, look at Caleb Truax had cuts over both eyes. James Degale had a bad cut that was just leaking into his eye the entire fight, man. But he still kept moving, still kept trying to fight from certain angles, stayed off the ropes, most importantly in this fight, stayed off the ropes much more than he did in the first fight, and just kept moving and had some fireworks to actually keep Caleb Truax thinking a little bit, man. So, that was primarily the X factor for me. I didn't see this fight as a wide margin for James Degale. I would have gave it to him by 1 or 2 rounds. More in agreement to that 113, 114 card. Don't know what that other judge was looking at, man. Like Paulie Malignaggi said, I guess they was sitting on the other side of the ring or something, man. But nah, man, not nearly that wide of a margin for James Degale, in my opinion. He did just enough to eke out the win, ladies and gentlemen. But it still required him to dig deep. Caleb Truax was applying pressure. He was much more heavier in this particular fight. I'm sure he was putting a lot of that weight on James Degale in this fight, man. You could see around the midsection of Caleb Truax in this fight. He was way heavier in this fight than he was in the first fight, man. But he was applying pressure the entire fight. He was walking through shots. He smothered a lot of his work, and he still kept coming, man. I thought the X factor of the fight was down the stretch, where a lot of his punches were not only smothered, but none of it was with conviction. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was the thing that Caleb Truax just started to look a little winded to me towards the end. And James Degale, even though his shots wasn't nearly as accurate neither, he was catching Caleb Truax down the stretch with a big shot here and there, and didn't even put us together a few good combinations, man. And I thought that won him the round. So he dug deep, man. He dug deep with blood leaking into his eye. He lost his title. He was possibly facing retirement. If he would have lost tonight, man, his confidence would have been done. You know what I mean? And he dug deep to get that win, man. So it's going to be it was a lot of boos for James Degale, you know what I mean, in this post-fight interview, where, I guess a lot of the fans didn't like the way he fought. They could say a lot of people gonna say he ran from Truax a lot of parts of the night, but he had to fight the fight he had to fight, man. He was going from southpaw to orthodox. He was trying to give different looks. I thought he fought better as a right-handed fighter than he did as a left-handed fighter, but when that blood started leaking into his eye, he was mostly forced to fight as a right-handed fighter to keep, to pull that eye back some, man. So, he was being smart, man, and he was trying to lure Caleb Truax in the traps, and Caleb was getting hit. He was showing crappy defense, crappy head movement. Earlier on in the fight is where Caleb Truax shined the most. And in that one, I thought he won a lot of the earlier rounds by outworking James Degale, still hunting him down. And he was hitting James Degale with a big right hand here and there. I thought the right hand from Caleb Truax was the most effective punch for him tonight. Not nearly as much work downstairs, though, man. That was a big deal. Like, in the first fight, he was chopping James Degale down with all those punches, man. Especially hitting him downstairs. Not nearly as accurate in this fight. Smothering his work. Not going downstairs nearly enough, in my opinion. And I thought James Degale could have been even a little vulnerable tonight. I mean, even James Degale, possibly at his best, man, in my opinion, their styles, the way they fight, I think they'll still always have tough fights, man. It's just that Caleb Truax is one of those fighters that him and James Degale styles fit like Lego blocks, and I think they'll give us close fights each and every time they meet. So if they want to do it the third time, I'll be down to see it, in my opinion, man. I hope both fighters go up. James Degale is a champion now, and his confidence is back. He'll be talking about a lot of other fighters like Caleb Plant. He'll be talking about George Groves. You know what I mean? So we'll see which way he pivots. I want to see him get in there with Truax one more time. Hopefully he give Truax his rematch like Truax gave him that immediate rematch. I seen Sam Watson lining up behind Caleb Truax, so hopefully they still in this corner and they can pull James Degale back to the table. But we'll see, man. James Degale, man, flying high tonight. Good fight, dug deep, got his title back. You know what I mean? I gave him the fight, like I say, 1 or 2 rounds, but that's the far as the margin that I would have gave him, man. Real talk. But hats off to Caleb Truax, even in defeat tonight. Valiant effort, just not nearly as skilled, and he did a lot of mistakes in there tonight, but you can't, question his heart, and you can't question his effort. Real talk. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe to Twitter, Made Man 511, Facebook, Main Man Made Man, Boxing Forum, Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. Man, I'm looking forward to the main event tonight, man. So far, great card tonight, man. Real talk, man. And we're going to follow up on a lot of these fights tomorrow, man. But yeah, hopefully, man, Caleb Truax stay in the mix, and James Degale, man, continue, give him another shot. And if not, give us some good top name fights. But we'll see. So to the next video. Peace out.